Liv Morgan sends bold message to WWE champion ahead of WrestleMania 42. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. The feud between the two women has been making headlines on the Red brand lately, and fans have been waiting for them to come face to face and confront each other on the build to their massive title match at the grandest stage of them all. However, before the face-off, the challenger recently sent a bold message to Vacker on social media. In a recent post on X, Morgan called the champion her biggest hater and further hinted at sending the likes of Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez to do the dirty work for her to my biggest hater at Steph_Vacker. Here I am, hiding behind my trashy man and sending my friends to do my dirty work for me. I love taking the easy way out. Love, ignorant, lazy, and cheap blonde Liv, she wrote. WWE might be planning a massive twist ahead of WrestleMania 42. While the Women's World Championship match between Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vacker is set, WWE might be planning a big twist in the title picture ahead of the grandest stage of them all. Considering the involvement of Raquel Rodriguez in the title picture and her past feud with Vacker, the star could make her presence felt and make headlines coming out as the game changer in the storyline. Rodriguez could betray Morgan and set her entire focus on the Women's World Championship, making this a triple threat feud to elevate the excitement even further. Fans will have to wait and see what WWE has in store for these stars next. Liv Morgan is no cheap heel. The WWE star is looking to prove everyone wrong. The WWE superstar. Liv Morgan recently received several allegations from Stephanie Vacker, who accused her of not working hard and making sacrifices in her career. The insult affected the Miracle Kid at a very deep level, bringing out her rageful side. Now, the 2026 Royal Rumble winner has released a new update and sent a message to La Primera ahead of their Women's World Championship match at WrestleMania 42. Liv Morgan claps back, using Stephanie Vacker's words. Taking to X, the Judgment Day member tweeted an image where she was likely training at the WWE Performance Center. Writing the caption, Morgan sarcastically addressed her biggest hater, Vacker, by showing how much of a lazy and cheap blonde she was. To my biggest hater at Steph_Vacker. Here I am hiding behind my trashy man and sending my friends to do my dirty work for me. I love taking the easy way out. Love, ignorant, lazy, and cheap blonde, Liv notably. This was a response to a video promo released by the Dark Angel, where she had said that Morgan hides behind Dominic Mysterio and sends Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez to attack her. She acknowledged that both of them have the skill to be where they are, but also called Morgan lazy and accused her of seeing herself as a cheap blonde. Prior to this, Liv Morgan had also released a video promo a week ago, where she highlighted that, yes, she indeed was privileged. The Judgment Day member noted that she got selected by WWE in her first tryout, unlike Stephanie Vacker, since she is better than her. Liv Morgan also recounted her achievements in the company and said that La Primera should feel grateful that she will face her at WrestleMania 42. Thus, the sparks between both wrestlers are already flying. It would be interesting to see which of these women's crown jewel champions returns with the Women's World Championship from Las Vegas. Liv Morgan ends message to WWE champion with obscene gesture. Liv Morgan is set to face Stephanie Vacker for the WWE Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas. Morgan earned the opportunity after winning this year's Women's Royal Rumble match, which allowed her to choose the champion she wanted to challenge. Liv Morgan initially took some time to decide whether she would go after Vacker for the Women's World Championship or challenge Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. During a backstage interview on the February 16th episode of Monday Night Raw, Vacker confronted Morgan and delivered a fiery promo in Spanish, throwing several insults and even calling Morgan a cheap blonde. Vacker also accused Morgan of hiding behind her partner, Dominic Mysterio, and her allies in the Judgment Day because she supposedly lacked the courage to stand on her own. Following the heated confrontation, Morgan officially announced on February 23rd that she would face Vacker at WrestleMania for the Women's World Championship. The following week, Liv Morgan explained that while she could have chosen Jade Cargill, she decided to challenge Vacker because the champion struck a nerve by claiming that Morgan had not earned her position in WWE. Liv Morgan calls Stephanie Vacker her biggest hater. Over the past few weeks, the two stars have continued trading verbal shots as their WrestleMania 42 clash approaches. Recently, Liv Morgan sent a message to her opponent on Twitter by sharing a picture of herself from the WWE Performance Center, seemingly aiming to prove Vacker wrong about her being lazy or undeserving. The post highlighted that Morgan is putting in the work as she prepares for the biggest match of her career. To my biggest hater at Steph_Vacker. Here I am hiding behind my trashy man and sending my friends to do my dirty work for me. I love taking the easy way out. Love, ignorant, lazy, and cheap blonde, Liv Morgan teases new WWE romance. After her own WWE romance with Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan may have just added fuel to the speculation of another in-faction romance. Raquel Rodriguez of the WWE heel faction Judgment Day is a rising star who many see as a future world champion. Her combination of good looks, charisma, and in-ring abilities makes her an instant attraction in WWE, and fans have long been shipping her with multiple other wrestlers, as her love life has been a question mark. She called out men to DM her for dating, saying her schedule is free, in a recent podcast appearance on TMZ Sports Inside the Ring. In the same segment, she also spoke with co-host CJ Perry about how good a person her faction mate JD McDonough is. Now, the internet has been shipping McDonough and Raquel for quite some time, and this went one step further after JD and co. kicked Finn Balor out of the Judgment Day following Balor's spat with Dominic Mysterio on Raw. One fan shared a screen grab of an Instagram post saying JD McDonough betrayed Finn Balor for being on Raquel Rodriguez's side. Liv Morgan surprisingly liked the post, which sent fans into a frenzy as they couldn't believe that she approved of the possibility of this romance. Balor was blamed for Mysterio losing his WWE Intercontinental title to Penta, as he didn't allow JD McDonough to hand Dirty Dom a hammer in the middle of the match, as Dom had requested. Balor agreed that he was at fault and apologized to Mysterio, but went on to insult him, which started a fight. Just as it looked like Balor had the upper hand, the rest of the Judgment Day members who were in the ring turned on Balor in support of Mysterio, most notably Balor's close friend JD McDonough, who helped beat Balor up. McDonough posted on his social media, giving fans the reason behind his actions. "You lied to all of us for months. You got an ego. You wanted to be the leader. You played games. That's never been what the Judgment Day has been about. You used to know that. Judgment Day is my family, and if anybody dares to try to step on any of them, you get stomped out." With WrestleMania 42 only weeks away, this new angle could produce a match of some kind between Balor and McDonough for the showcase of the Immortals. 5 new allies for Finn Balor to replace the Judgment Day after horrible betrayal on WWE Raw. It finally happened. Finn Balor told Dominic Mysterio to grow up, but the young WWE star didn't want to hear it. And with those words, the Judgment Day turned on its longest-serving member on Raw. The betrayal caps off a few years of Mysterio passively blaming everyone else when he loses instead of doing things himself. The most shocking turn was J.D. McDonough siding with the group over his longtime friend. With the Judgment Day in his past, the Prince needs some backup. The next 5 allies could help Finn Balor replace the Judgment Day after their betrayal. The War Raiders join the fight. The War Raiders aren't doing anything at the moment. Eric and Ivar are former tag team champions. They've dealt with the Judgment Day more than once, so it wouldn't be a new foe. With Balor's excommunication, the faction will probably add another member in the coming months. That will force the Prince to seek out help from various WWE stars. Adding the former tag team champs to his side would give them something to do. Penta has been feuding with Dominic Mysterio on and off for the last year. Both men, along with Balor, were part of a fatal 4-way for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 41. Since the former AEW star is the new champion, Dirty Dom will be targeting him to get his title back. Dominic stated as much before he called out his former stablemate. Since all 3 men have history, Balor can utilize the adage, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend." Bayley and number 2. Lyra Valkyria revisit WWE history. Since the Judgment Day has 3 women, Balor is going to need some allies of the opposite sex. Bayley and Balor go back to their days in NXT, which is a longer relationship than anyone in the Judgment Day has. Bayley will probably lose her Intercontinental title bid against AJ Lee next week. She and Lyra Valkyria deserve to be featured at WrestleMania. Backing up the first WWE star to hold the Universal Championship would be a good way to weave all 3 into an alliance. The name that makes the most sense as an ally for Balor is Rey Mysterio. He name-dropped the WWE Hall of Famer in his comments. Mysterio has also been feuding with the Judgment Day on and off for the last few years. With someone else now on the bad side of the group, the 2 veterans could eventually join forces to combat the monster they've both had a hand in